Another day, another video. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today we're watching Young Sheldon. This is the 4th episode of the 5th season. Hope you guys have been enjoying it so far. If you like to watch today's full episode, it is available from the link in the description below. Just click on it, put a password in, and enjoy. Last episode, interestingly, we still seen Dr. Sturgis. I'm liking that he's back in it. He's still working at the grocery store. We're still seeing Sheldon, Connor, trying to get him back into doing his science work, basically saying that, you know, he's got his doctor, his doctorate in physics, in science, and basically he's wasting it here working at the grocery store. To be honest, my counteract to that was he spent 50 years working in science. To be honest, he's an old man, he should be retired anyway, and if you want to get a job at a grocery store to pass the time and enjoy himself, don't really see that as a problem, and I don't really see that he's kind of wasting his time. But Sheldon tried to recruit Dr. Linkletter last episode and was basically saying that, you know, if he comes back to the university, I'm going to spend more time with Dr. Sturgis and less time with you, and that was a selling point to him. He went over, he was trying to recruit him back. To be honest, it got him reflecting on his life as well, and he was both sat on a park bench drinking, getting drunk. He fell asleep and the police pulled him over. Pretty funny. However, last episode as well, we learned that Georgia was considering basically dropping out of high school. His parents wasn't happy about it. He kicked him out of the house. He basically said that if you're going to be a high school dropout, then you're not going to live here. Go and find your own place to live. He had to go stay at his Mima's for the night. And over there, it's interesting that Dale's kind of on his side. He's basically like, look, I'm a high school dropout as well. I've got my own store. I know it's not ideal to not finish, but if you're not going to ever use your high school diploma and go to university, and you know, if you've got that hard working ethic and you want to, you know, get your head down and contribute to society in a working environment, then, you know, I don't think it's a bad idea. And to be honest, if you look at George's life as it's progressed into the future, we know that he ends up running his own tie shop or whatever. Seems like it actually does end up working out well. But in the time, in the small frame, he's only got 1 year left of school, can't understand why his parents are mad and won't be supporting it. Interesting to see what happens in today's episode, though. Thanks for checking it out. If you do enjoy it, please smash a like, really helps out. Subscribe if you're new. And as always, let's jump into today's episode.
I've always had a curious affinity for laundromats. My Meemaw also loved them, but for an entirely different reason. Personally, I don't care for bananas. It's a texture thing.
Night.
Yeah, you can just put it on my tab.
Well, actually, I'm gonna need you to cash out. I'm fixing to close up for good.
Guess what? I'm buying a laundromat.
I don't know how to react. Is that good news?
Oh, yeah.
Before we go into that, right, I actually don't think a laundromat's a bad idea. To be honest, in 2025 anyway, it's pretty good. It's quite expensive to run it, and basically, also it is the cost of the machines, and it's kind of like a self-sustaining sufficient business. It's one of them ones that it's not really passive, but it's not something that you have to do much to. You just have to man or woman the building, so to speak. Just sit there, let people come in and out. You might think people don't use them a lot, but you know, there's quite a few around near me and they're always packed up. So, and some of them are literally, I'm not even joking, a sliver wide, like you're big enough to just put a couple of dryers and a person to stand there. That's how it is. It's like people have just done like an extension on the house and just like a little thing, and it's always jam-packed full. So I don't think it's actually a bad idea. And also, somebody referenced Dale's haircut last episode or the episode before in the show, not like in the comments, and I can see it. He looks cleaner, trimmer. I don't really know. Like, I never thought that he looked scruffy before, but his hair does look like it's slipped back or changed a tiny bit. I think John may have mentioned it.
What are you doing here?
Just thought I could have dinner with y'all.
Of course you can.
I'm sorry, do you live here?
So, do you still live here?
I don't know.
Of course you do.
You go back to school?
No.
Well, it sounds like you don't live here.
Sounds like someone needs a rental agreement. I'll go get my legal pad.
Secret back room at the laundromat where you gamble.
Yeah.
Give me a sense of how illegal this is.
Who says it's illegal?
Why is it a secret?
Okay, it's illegal.
You go to prison, I ain't waiting for you.
You really have the energy to find a new girlfriend?
I'll wait.
Agreed on monthly rent. Should we talk utilities? I suggest he pays 20%. Although he does take a long time drying that hair.
It takes a whole lot more water to clean you than me. Yeah, I shouldn't be in this house.
You said it, not me.
He doesn't have to pay for food.
Meemaw does eat here for free.
That's a separate problem.
What if Georgie moves into the garage?
Could work. What do you say?
Done.
That's a big change. I need to think about this.
It's a great idea, to be honest. George is getting a bigger bedroom, possibly. Sheldon's getting his own room. He's got more space for his training, his activities, and Missy gets some privacy. There's no issue with two siblings sharing a room, whether it's a boy or girl. You're only weird if you start thinking that's weird, because that's your stupid mind. However, it is nice to know that you got the privacy of your own space, especially as you're getting older and maturing and obviously going through the teenage period. And having friends over as well. You don't want to be hanging around your brother or sister, do you, constantly? So, well, that's a perfect compromise for everyone.
Thanks for coming out.
My pleasure. Can I get a beer?
You arrest anybody fun lately?
A party clown? You still dating that Connie?
Actually, that's what I wanted to talk to you about.
I can check into things, but if you think she's lying, she probably is.
What do you know about these backroom slot machine places?
They're harmless. We look the other way.
Oh, that's good to know.
But we've always shared a room.
I'm a young lady now.
You seem the same to me.
I have a training bra.
Be like my fortress of solitude.
Good for you.
Or my bat cave. Shh. Although I don't care for caves.
Want some help?
You gonna charge me money?
Never mind. Any chance this can wait till halftime?
I'll be done in a second.
What are you doing?
Moving my stuff.
But we haven't discussed who gets what yet.
I get my stuff, you get your stuff. As my farewell gift to you, let's do your dumb thing.
Swing by, finalize the deal.
Wait, he's coming over here? It's a very shady transaction. I mean, it should be taking place under a bridge or in a parking lot.
He's our age. He ain't skedaddling anywhere.
Oh, whatever you say. Stand behind you and I'll crack my knuckles.
With your arthritis?
Only bad when it rains.
Next, one useful yet educational map of the world trash can.
I know what you're doing.
Yes, I'm being thorough about these
It's
things. so you
taking
don't find out
ages.
Down the line.
What you're doing is dragging this out because you don't want me to leave. I know what's mine, and I'm taking it.
One day, she said the same thing to her first husband. I like to think I prepared her for that moment.
So here's my bedroom area for sleeping and whatnot. Gym, last but not least, kitchen and bathroom.
I'm not your moving man.
You're right. I'm growing up. Guess I can't be daddy's little girl forever.
Which one goes over the bed?
I'll put the flag over that window for, privacy.
If you want, I could sew some curtains, make it look homey.
Nice.
Well, you been busy?
Yes.
As long as you're happy.
Well, I'm happy.
He's not.
You might want to check in on Sheldon.
You okay?
Well, he was smiling.
Smiling how? Oh, boy. I made spaghetti with hot dogs cut up in it.
Some things are more important than the width of a hot dog slice.
Got a change going on. I know that's not your favorite.
Where is that railroad crossing? I can't find my railroad crossing sign.
Hey, how about knocking?
Sorry, I've never had to knock on that door before.
Is this really about some dumb sign, or is it about you being scared to have a room to yourself?
We're happy because you got the garage. Missy's happy because she has her own room, but no one cares about my problems.
You know what? Sheldon's kind of like my girlfriend, right? For example, she might not have been out on a night out for 5 weeks, yeah? So ages. So she doesn't need a fake tan, doesn't need her eyelashes. And tonight, she's not going out either. But it can be 11 o'clock at night, and I could be out with my friends, and I'd get a phone call or something and say, do you know where my fake tan and eyelashes are? No. I need to find it. Come back, whole house is flipped upside down. Why did you need it? Oh, I just couldn't find it. Are you going to put it on tonight? No. I just remembered, like, I've not seen it in a while. And that's literally my girlfriend. Do you know what I mean? Like, she would think of the most random thing that she's not seen in it. Have you ever seen that meme where, like, somebody's, like, asleep in bed and then it's like they wake up at, like, 2 o'clock in the morning. It's like, where's that t-shirt? That's her. She could literally not have a t-shirt or a dress or something that she's not worn in 5 months. But she'll think about it, regardless if it's 1, 2, 3 a.m., got to start looking for it. Do you know what I mean? Like, some people are crazy.
The problem with running a gambling den in the back of a laundromat was it's still connected to a laundromat.
Your machine ate my undies.
There's a lost and found box right over there in the corner. Just take all you want. It says right here, do not tumble dry.
No label's gonna tell me what to do.
Finally, the fun begins. Well, this sucks.
So he definitely looked into it then, hasn't he?
Turn it off.
No.
I've been listening to it for an hour. Turn it off.
It's my room. I can do what I want.
What's going on?
Missy's trying to annoy me.
You two are unbelievable. Everything off.
But he started it.
Now!
But you and Dale are buddies.
That's why I'm not arresting you.
Are you gonna sell the place?
No.
Instead of crime boss, you're gonna be a laundry boss. What about the laundromat?
Keep asking questions, see what happens.
There were plenty of reasons to be happy my sister moved out. She snored. Clearly, I was better off without her.
Can I sleep on your floor?
Come on.
I eventually made my peace with having a room to myself, but for those times when I did need to communicate with Missy, we had a system.
You tested it yesterday.
Just because it worked yesterday doesn't mean it's working today.
What?
Did you know when people say sleep tight, they're referring to when beds were made of ropes, and the tighter the rope, the more comfortable the bed was to sleep on?
He literally can't let anything go, can he? But the thing is with Sheldon is that you have to understand it, like, because he isn't as you would deem normal in the way he kind of sees and deals with things. Like, there's nothing wrong with him the way he does it. It's just that you have to take a little bit more care and cautious with people like him, especially his personality and the way he reacts to situations. And yeah, okay, the opportunity presented itself for them both to have separate bedrooms, and from Missy's point of view, it's just like, yes, move from one room to another, privacy. But from Sheldon's point of view, it's an absolute complete change, and it just messes with everything, his thoughts, his feelings, and all of that stuff. And, you know, they could have done a slow filter kind of system the way it is, you know what I mean? So, like, the first couple of days, it could take the, you know, posters away, then the props away, the accessories, the drawers, the clothes, you know, move the bed out, then she moves, and that's slow integration. Do you know what I mean? It's always like, I say, somebody with long hair, and if they come straight in and got a bald head, you're like, whoa, that's changed, that looks mad. Well, like, if somebody had short hair, and then week 1 you cut off 1 inch, week 2 you cut off another inch, week 3 you cut off another inch, week 4 you cut off another inch, and then after 5 weeks it's like 5 inches off it, it won't be that bad, because you see them all the time. You don't really notice natural progression of change. You just notice instant kind of differences, and that's where it is. Obviously, it took him a little bit of time, but I do think that this would be the best for him, to be honest. George's got his own bedroom now. Well, obviously, it's in the garage, but he gets his own little bit of space. He can bring his girlfriend around and stuff, and, you know, Missy's got her own bedroom now, and so Sheldon, he can do his own things, and he's not stepping over each other's toes, and it might open up a, you know, a couple of new opportunities that present themselves, and I think it's probably the best thing that could have really happened and made the best out of a bad situation, to be honest, as well, didn't they? Okay, that's going to wrap up today's episode. Thanks so much for checking out the channel today. Hope you guys enjoyed it. So Connie, she's now got a laundromat business. You know, I was saying earlier in the episode, I actually think it's that bad of an investment. I actually think it's quite good. You know, you can purchase a house and have the upstairs. Mate, like, you can literally purchase a property, rent the upstairs out and get the income, and convert the downstairs into one large big room full of, like, washing machines and dryers, and it's just a simple business that you just need to maintain the machines. People come in and pay and, you know, go on the way, so to speak. It's a quite relaxing time. I mean, obviously she bought it because she wanted to do the gambling in the back. She was saying that, you know, all the life she's lost to the house, and now it's her time to become the house, so to speak. She can win everybody's money. But yeah, it is illegal. I mean, I don't know what you would deem as kind of really legal, because like in the UK, you can go into pubs and they'll have machines where obviously you can play kind of like I'd say like an arcade, you know, like a casino, so to speak. I wonder what deems the amount of machines to the size of the location a kind of gambling spot. If you own like a big property and you had like 5 gambling machines in there, would that class as that you're doing a casino? Or is it if you're doing a small like establishment like she is in the back and most of it, the footprint's covered with machines, that's when it's illegal. However, Dale spilled it to his police officer friend. He didn't really say where Connie was you know, planning to do this stuff, but a bit of police investigation work, knowing that he's just said that he's looking into it, will kind of, you know, give him a case and push his brownie points up, and, you know, seeing that he was building in that picture there. So it'd be interesting to see what she does, because I'm hoping that we don't go forward with, although it's not going to be a casino, that we just totally ignore that she just bought this shop. Do you know what I mean? So it's going to be an interesting one as well. Thanks for checking out today's episode. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please smash the like, really helps out. Subscribe if you're new, and as always, I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers, guys.